Forget about you. How are y'all? Ooh, I'm a little oily. How's everybody? Thank you guys for waiting. I really appreciate your patience. I have my tea. Y'all know I've been on like my herbal tea shit. My name just happens to start with the tea. But I drink a lot of tea lately. I drink a lot of water. How was everybody tonight? I'm waiting for a couple more of you to get here. Hi, No More. How are you? Hi, Dion. Good to see you. I'm always happy to see you. I'm glad that you are back and that you like the show enough to watch consistently. Oh, I feel you. Happy Friday. I'm glad that I do this show on Fridays. I don't think I didn't put that much intention into the days I picked. I just wanted them to be kind of like spaced out. But I'm glad that I do come on Fridays because I don't know, it's the end of the week. People be tired on a Friday. They want to rest and unwind. And I feel like if you're a homebody like myself, then you want to watch your show Friday night. It's been a long week. How is it work? How has work been? Y'all see a lot of my shorts. I be in bed. Now I don't sit in bed all day, but I was just telling my mom, like, I feel like I'm really experiencing severe burnout. I think my iron has been low. I'm drinking a lot of herbal tea because I'm going through like spleen deficiency. I've been going to acupuncture. I've been seeing like herbal people. Is this on? Okay, let me turn it off because I don't need it. I've been going to see this tea that I'm drinking now was made by an herbalist, like just for me and whatever I've been going through. So the health issue, like the deficiency, and like I'm having like a little bit of like fluid stagnation, it can make you tired. And so and like low iron can make you tired. Like my feet are so cold. Like literally, my feet are like very, very cold, and that's not a good sign. So I've been telling you guys, like I have been going through fatigue for a little while. So I have just been prioritizing rest and health and eating right and like really taking care of myself. I've really had to put self-care first. And I just really do. I used to be a heavy, you know, chiefer, and I don't like tobacco, period. But I used to smoke heavy. I used to eat whatever I wanted, and I'm still very slim, but like it affected me in other ways. Or just stress, smoking too much, just overexerting my body. It has really, now I have to like repair, and like your body needs time. It's not an overnight process. You didn't like destroy your body overnight, and it's gonna be a process to like restore. And so that's just what I'm going through right now. I totally get it. I am prioritizing rest. I got a new mattress that I've been enjoying. Like I got to take care of me. Like for real. Okay, people are here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live, the Friday Night Live. Thank you guys for being here. I have a couple topics that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to start off talking about, hi, Amia. Always good to see you. We're just getting started. Hi, Blicky. Good to see you. Hi, Micah. Hi, Sports Fam Official. Hi, Jay Sean. Let me know. How are you? Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. I'm going to, of course, start off in our usual order. We're going to start off talking about real world topics, and then we're going to get into Pop culture. I try, Blicky. I am praying that like I continue to grow and that I'm able to, like just never have to worry about going back to work again because I'm over it. And we're gonna talk about that tonight with like the workforce. Thank you no more. The workforce, the job market, and all of that. We're gonna talk about that. Hot boxing and whip. Oh, okay. Enjoy. I was telling my mom, I think the weed from dispensaries is GMO weed. And I think they're just like, you can overdo anything. That mixed with stress and like overworking and old eating habits, I think it has just been a lot. And I do think I need to like, again, just change the way I'm doing stuff. And so I have. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So I want to talk about Pluto and Aquarius. Let me know if you are familiar with this topic. I feel like if you're here, you probably are, but this is a real thing. I want to talk about this because I came across a girl on TikTok who was saying if you are listening to career coaches who keep telling you like the old way to go about getting a job, and it's not about like, oh, just like handing your resume and stuff like that, but like, a lot of people are talking about I've heard things like, oh, skill up, apply directly to the website. Of course, go to networking events, reach out to people on LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, these are clever things that you could do, but we're in a new era. Yeah, because see, look, with the street weed, side note, with the street weed, I'm always afraid of fentanyl or buying it at a time when a cop is watching. You know what I mean? And then you have to worry about like, hood niggas trying to like short you. They say it's a 3.5, but it's not a 3.5. It's like a 3, which I don't get scamming customers when selling weed because you're making tax-free money, but whatever. So I'm always worried about it being laced. I'm always worried about the cops being around and just happening to do a drug bust while I'm picking up, or them trying to short me. You know what I mean? Because like if they short you, who you gonna call, right? So I used to buy from dispensaries, but the dispensary weed is GMO weed. So I just think that that's a sign from God. Like, you know what? It might just be your time to just hang it up. Like if I ever smoke again, it'll probably be like if I go to the islands because it is natural there. But like here in the States, that's true. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you have somebody you trust. I'd be firing weed dealers because one of them, I think she got busted. She was a good dealer, but I think she got busted. And then I don't like buying weed from guys because it's just always something with niggas. I'm just gonna be real with you. It's always something. Like they usually are trying to smash. They're unprofessional as fuck, or they're trying to scam you. Like I'm just telling you. Like I don't like buying from guys. The girl who I was buying from, I think she got busted. Because I had reached out to her one day and I did not hear back, and that's not a good sign. Yes, no more. If the government legalizes it, it's probably not good for you. Yes, I feel like that's just a sign from God. Like, you know what? Just remain sober and like focus on your health and wellness right now. Like, you're good. Okay. So Pluto and Aquarius. The girl on the video was saying, she said Pluto and Aquarius is like you're gonna have to approach work different. And that is so true. So many people now are doing content, and I think that this is really the future. It makes me think of when what's his name? Andy Warhol said in the future, everybody will be famous for 15 minutes. I believe that because, well, we're seeing it happen, right? So many people right now are doing content because most people are naturally creative. The people who are in the comments hating and sending nasty remarks, they're not creative people. They are destroyers. There's creators and destroyers. And this is even seen in like Indian spirituality with like Shiva, the god Shiva, I believe, who's like destroys and creates like at the same time. And so I just want to point that out. Many people are naturally creative, and as we move from Pluto and Capricorn into Pluto, I'm so happy I have moderators in my chat. As we move into Pluto and Aquarius, um, the old way that we did things is dying. Again, Pluto and Capricorn was more like the old school way, bureaucracy, dogma. Think about it like that. Thank you, Dion. Whereas Aquarius is again more new age. Now, with the new age, there will still be again a lot of new age deception. But in the new age, people will have like the power will be to the people. And I feel like in Pluto and Capricorn, the power was in the system. The power was in the government. The power was in corporate America. The power was in, you know what I'm saying? Like the overlords, the elite, you know? The power was there. But with Aquarius is about the people, the collective. So with Pluto and Aquarius, Pluto is a sign of power. With Pluto and Aquarius, that's giving power back to the people. And that's part of why I know I was born specifically at a particular time that would allow me to be an adult during this time, because my whole channel, my whole brand is about saying what the people are thinking, what the people are feeling, conveying the thoughts and the feelings of the collective. And I happen to be an Aquarius moon. So you guys know I don't really feed too much into astrology. I mean, if I'm going to feed into astrology, I feel like Vedic or sidereal is the most accurate. We're talking about, well, my channel, what's the channel about? The channel is about like truth. I do a little bit of conspiracy, a little bit of celebrity theory, unpopular opinion commentary. Welcome, it's Jazz from London. I hope you enjoy the conversation. So, with Aquarius, right, people are what? Taking their power back, because they really have no choice. It's either, you could take your power back, or you can continue to be used up by a dead system. That being said, again, you see this conversation on TikTok about the job market is so bad, you might as well just follow your dreams. And that's true, because I was taught, or I heard this saying that they say at Harvard, this adage that they say at Harvard, where don't wait for opportunity, create opportunity. And that stuck with me, because that is so true. Instead of waiting for somebody to give you a job, to put you on, give you an opportunity, promote you, recognize you, validate you, instead of waiting for all those things, you can just go do it for yourself. You know what I mean? Because right now, like, there are people who are way more qualified than me, who have more degrees, more experience, have worked at higher level jobs, better agencies. I'm glad I have moderators in my chat. There are people who have way more experience than me and stuff like that, but they're still having a hard time finding work. And it's not because they're not smart, qualified, educated, good at what they're doing. It's none of those things. It's that the system is dying. They're waiting on an opportunity from a dead system. Thank you, Dion, because they're in her trolling. They're waiting for an opportunity for a dead system. They haven't realized yet. And I mean, again, like when you're used to doing something, you're used to doing something. So most people, when they need money, what do? They apply for a job. But I want us, especially as Black people, to change the way we think, because the other day, right, I had did like some gig work, and I was headed home, and I was like parched, and I was gonna stop by one of my favorite Vietnamese restaurants because they have sugarcane juice, and they're like the only place that I can find in Austin that has it. And I didn't end up stopping by that day because I ended up coming across a Latina girl and her mom that were selling like fresh juices. Like, there's like a mountain that people can right, there's like a mountain that people can like hike up, and it's like a beautiful view. Well, they were selling juices at the bottom of the mountain where people park their cars. And I was like, that's a good idea, you know? But I was like, you know what? I am so thirsty. I was like hot, sweaty, everything. So I was like, I'm gonna just pull over. Like I saw some juice, I pull over. And they had like fresh, fresh mango, fresh watermelon. You know how like the Latinos do like the fruit? They had like the fresh, you know, fruit in a cup. They had watermelon, agua watermelon or agua de sandia. They had cucumber lime, and they had like a mango juice. And, you know, it was like $5 for like a big cup. And of course, I bought it from her. And I was like, see, like, this is such a good idea. And I just want Black people to, you know, like, break out of their indoctrination instead of like waiting for somebody to give you opportunity to hire you. Especially like I told y'all, a lot of the white people who do hire us don't even want to hire us. They get kickbacks from the government for hiring us, or they hire us so that they can be compliant with affirmative action. They hire us to meet quotas. It's not because they want to hire us. They don't want us in their space, which is why when we start these jobs, we get so much hell. We have, you know, they're planning to fire us or let us go or lay us off or keep our career stagnant from the moment they hire us because they don't want us there. And what I'm here to say, like I've been saying, and I'm going to keep pushing this, is instead of begging to be around people who don't want to be around you, go start your own shit. The Black community has a lot of work to do when it comes to cleaning up how we do business. There is no reason, in my opinion, that Pinky Cole, the owner of Slutty Vegan, is late on rent. There is no reason why she's about to join Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, that's just not a good look. I agree with the Black Wall Street PTSD. I do agree with that. But I also agree with, we cannot continue to live in fear. We can't. Because what do they say? Scared money don't make money. We cannot continue to live in fear. And I'm gonna double down on what Kanye said. Slavery is a choice. Ooh, I said it. Yes, I did. Because if it takes us having an all-out war for people to leave us alone and let us thrive in a country that we fucking built, then so be it. So be it. Like, back these people the fuck up off of us. Like, we gotta do what's gotta be done. This is a spiritual battle. And I feel like if you continue to shrink yourself and hold back and not be where you wanna be because bitches wanna create problems with you, then that's also a choice. You know what I mean? That's a choice. And if Black people feel like, here's another thing. If Black people are just that concerned, then we do need to go back to our roots. And our roots is not Africa. That we may need to look into going back to the Caribbean, or we do need to, that's where I would go, the Caribbean. So I'm just saying, like, I think we need to fight for our right to be able to do business. That's in the Constitution. We have a right. We have a civil right. We have an American right to run businesses. And, you know, we have the right to bear arms. We have a right to start a business and to take care of ourselves. So we need to build up our power, because again, the reason why our votes don't really matter and we don't have any political power is because we still buy into the system, the same system that oppresses us. I think another thing is maybe we need to be like the Amish, where we live off grid and we don't even operate within the matrix of white people. Because a lot of that's going to happen anyway. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about, again, living off grid, preparing to live off grid. Again, I've been talking to y'all about that. A lot of us might need to either, if we want to live in America, I need a moderator. I think if we want to continue to live in America, we either need to be prepared to fight, or we, thank you, Neon, or we need to operate like in our own community like the Amish do, or we need to just completely divest. Now, a lot of people are divesting from America. That's what I also want to talk about with the Pluto and Aquarius. We are watching the decline and the fall of the West, particularly Babylon here in America, which is why you see so much. No, you're good, Micah. Dion be handling a lot of shit every live. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Dion, because again, every time I start talking about anything real or legit, these are bots. Like most of the internet is not even real people. So again, America is continuing to decline and fall. I see so many people who are traveling overseas to Asia. They're going to Japan, they're going to China. So many Black people of color, they're going to Thailand, even Vietnam. They're going overseas because people want a better life. They want a better life, and we do. To talk about Black fatigue, Black people are tired of fighting. We are tired of being unappreciated. We're tired of being devalued. We're tired of being invisible. And this country is falling because even white people are leaving America. Even they're tired. So the only people that are still coming here are people who are from worse off places. But those of us who are like, have been here, born here, many of us are leaving because we're burnt out. We're tired of buying into the system. Now, moving countries is a lot, which is why I want to offer several alternatives. And I think that one thing that could work for Black people is to be registered as a protected class, and we don't operate in the matrix at all. That honestly is the best thing for us to do. Like the Amish got it on lock. I know that they have no technology and stuff like that. We need, just like the Indians have their reservation, fuck reparations, because we're never gonna get it. We need to just be like, you know what? We're gonna move to a particular place if we wanna stay here, and this is just where we are. We're gonna police ourselves. We're gonna cook our own food, grow our own food, build our own houses. We have our own, we are our own medicine people. We have our own, if y'all don't, because it's never gonna be, white people are never, it's black and white chessboard. So it's deeper than just Black versus white skin. This is about spiritual warfare. Certain entities have it out for the Black American. So I feel like it would just be best if we just completely left their system. Let them have what they want to have. If they want to, you know, have corporate America and they want to do what they want to do, let them have it. We need to have our own shit and focus on ourselves. Now that would be a huge fight to try to get that, because again, there are spiritual entities that are invested in keeping up the Black versus white chessboard game. This is why you always see this dynamic of every time there's a presidential election coming up, oh, an unarmed Black man gets shot. Oh, a white cop harms a Black person that was doing nothing to them. Those are all psyops, because Black people and white people do still have beef. It's not as bad as it used to be at all. There is issues there, but now in the everyday experience of Black and white people, it's more so microaggressions and systemic oppression and systemic racism. You're onto something no more. But it's outright racism is not really a thing anymore. It happens for sure. But when you start to see these stories with an unarmed Black man, or you know, again, a Black woman in her home and she says the name of Jesus and a white man shoots her, you know, when you start to see these stories about how white cops are attacking Black people who were not doing anything to them, or maybe the Black person was a criminal, but the story is being written or being told in a way where the Black person is made to seem innocent and the white person was made to seem as the aggressor. That is all orchestrated. That is all psychological operations. Please understand that law enforcement, police officers, these people, they have to be initiated in as well. That's a form of Freemasonry as well. You know what I mean? The military is a form of Freemasonry as well. So just understand that. Yes, Dion, I agree. So I feel like, here's another thing, because I want to talk about what No More was saying. America is falling. And I know, at least for me, I think about moving, but it's a lot of work with passports and visas and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, it just sounds so overwhelming. But Black people could just decide, you know what, we're gonna go pick a country where we're the majority, because Brazil is a lot of Black people. Panama, it's a lot of Black people. Again, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Costa Rica, Jamaica, like there's St. Lucia, St. Croix, so many of the islands. We could go back to, again, I'm not saying Africa, because here's let's talk about Africa real quick. Many of us are not from Africa. That's a whole psyop in itself, making us believe that we're from Africa. Many of us are not from Africa. Also, what's the point in going back to Africa when Bill Gates is in Africa running amok? In Africa, giving people vaccines. In Africa, trying to give people birth control. Trying to sell them his weird ass food. In Africa, testing drugs on people. In Africa, R-wording and pillaging. In Africa, colonizing. There's a big issue with the African governments, again, Nigeria, because I know Africa is not a country, it's a continent. But many of especially the West African countries still have an issue with, again, selling out to the white power system, selling out to the white power structure, or just being involved in all-out corruption. I know our government is very corrupt, but African countries, again, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, they can be even more corrupt, which is why a lot of their countries are so poor. A lot of it is due to corruption. It's not because they don't have any money. It's not because they don't have any resources, because resources give you money. You know what I'm saying? Wealth creates wealth. It's just an issue with corruption, political corruption. Yes, no more. I agree. And that's why I'm trying to I feel like for us melanated people, we need to be around other melanated people. So I think that's why I'm trying to list several other countries where many Black people are there, because I think we should, if we feel like America is just becoming too much, or if we feel like America is just crashing too much, we could go somewhere else where there's many people that look like us, because I wouldn't want to live in Tokyo or South Korea or China, because there's no fucking Black people there. I don't want to live anywhere where I'm one of the only chocolate people, because I have to deal with that already. You guys know I live in a very white liberal city where there's very few Black people. We're here, but not in abundance. Like I can go a while without seeing other Black people. So, and then unfortunately, if I do see other Black people, they're homeless. You know what I mean? So I don't see a lot of us in abundance. And that's already kind of uncomfortable, which is why a lot of Black people move here and don't stay here. So why would I want to go to another country where there's even less Black people? And I love Asian people. They're very nice to me. But sometimes, because they've never seen somebody Black, they want to stop and take pictures. And I don't mind feeling like a celebrity, but I don't want to have that experience every day. You know what I mean? When people are not used to seeing someone that looks different than them, it can be hard for them to register or acknowledge that you're good looking, because their eyes and their mental perception is not conditioned to how you look. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. Hi, James. Hi, Rafa. I'm not talking about, I guess that's escaping hardship. I just feel like America is a sinking ship. Because it is. Where America, Babylon is high. America is falling day by day. And right, we want spiritual freedom, we want economic freedom. That's because like once you, money is energy, right? So once you were able to elevate economically, naturally your spirit, like they go hand in hand. Spiritual ascension, with spiritual ascension comes economic ascension. So, because even for the people who are nasty, even for the elites and the reptilians, they're technically low vibrational, but they have high spiritual ranking on the opposing team. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's two teams, right? And you have people like the Kardashians, and you have people like Bill Gates, and people like Donald Trump, and people like the Ooze. You know what I'm saying? They have high spiritual rank on their team. And their team, they are oppressing us because we're on, to them, we're their opposing team. And so to stop us from like being where we really could be, should be, the best way that they go about it is money, because money is created by Satan. Money is his. This is why the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. Because wealth, we know wealth is time. Wealth is being able to rest. Wealth is being able to eat. Rest is shelter. Wealth is clothing. Wealth is love. Like wealth is many different. Wealth is not, is more than just money. Wealth is knowledge and wisdom. Wealth is faith in God. But, and there, to the opposing team, all they know when they talk about wealth is they talk about DNA and money. We, on the other side, at least I perceive wealth as in many different ways, other than just DNA is a form of wealth, but money is too, but there's other forms to it. We are naturally a spiritual people because we have melanin. This is why I say that I believe that there are people who don't have souls because they lack melanin. And this is why they fry under the soul. You know, the word sun is sun in English, but in other languages it is soul or soleil. Because again, soul, melanin, light. Okay, this is deep. So I just feel like if we want to have, yes, Janicia, hey, good to see you. If we really want to level up where we want to be, then in a crashing system, we need to do things different, because we are moving into what, again, a new era, a new age. And with Pluto and Aquarius, this is our opportunity to do things different. And we cannot continue to blame everything on white people and the white power structure, because they're not doing everything to us. We're doing a lot of shit to ourselves. Having children, abandoning our families, killing each other, allowing ourselves to still be puppets for the Matrix. You know what I mean? Because again, slavery is a choice. You do have the choice to fight back. You do have the choice to oppress and resist. And I get it. During slavery, they had a lot of slave riots. But there were also a lot of us that were so psychologically under the spell and so psychologically damaged that we continued to go along with that bullshit. And what I'm saying is, I want us to break those mental chains. Now that we're moving out of Pluto and Capricorn and Pluto and Aquarius, and the power is being given back to the people, I want us to first work on our own communities internally. There's no reason why there's a phenomena of YNs, wreaking havoc on the streets of America. We got to get back to raising our own children, our own families, educating our children at home, being involved. You know what I mean? It's a several step process. Money management, all of these things, therapy, mental health. We will never be able to ascend until we fix a lot of the internal issues within our community. That's our own shit that we got to do. But we also do need to use this timeline as an opportunity to figure out what are we doing as a collective? Are we staying in America? And if we stay in America, how does that look? And if we don't stay in America, are we leaving America, and where are we going to go? So I want us to think about that. Again, this started, thank you, Rafa. This conversation started off with, again, the job market, right? The job market is bad. Jobs really ain't out there. So instead of begging these jobs for an opportunity, let's create opportunities. Now, I came across another video of this co-op out in San Francisco called the Rainbow Co-op. And if you're not familiar, a lot of times cooperatives are like grocery stores where people in the community all come together, they all own it and run it. It's like employee owned and operated, and they all come together and they all add something and they just do business with each other. Now, that is what true communism is. People, when you hear the word communism, you think of maybe like great oppression. You know, you might think of like extreme dictatorship. But real communism is no one is higher than the next person. Everybody is on equal playing field. We all, you know, grow food together, we eat together, we all add something to the collective. Again, communism, community, right? But see, I'm not worried about somebody sending us, thank you, Rafa. I'm not worried about somebody sending Black people somewhere else. And if they do, we're gonna be fine. Black people are survivors, so they can do what they wanna do. I'm not even concerned about whatever. I'm not concerned about Trump at all. I do not care. I didn't care his first presidency. I didn't give a damn, and I definitely don't now. I don't care what he's doing to this country. I don't care. I don't care. It's just, it's all script. He's doing what his leaders tell him to do. So he's following biblical prophecy. I'm completely divested from Trump and all of that. Yes, Janicia, that's why I'm not worried about anything like that. Because again, if white people wanted us gone, we would be gone. But they need us here because they need our DNA. They need our energy. Again, DNA. This is why, here's the gag. Even if Black people decided to live like the Amish, you would still see white people around us. They would still be coming to our compounds and our reservations trying to smash, number one thing, trying to smash and trying to eat. That would still be a thing. If we all moved out of America, then they would really get the fuck out. And they would go right where we are to do the same thing, trying to smash and try to eat. So, like, what I'm saying is, they're gonna always run up behind us. And so we need to be the one in the power position, not begging them for shit, not begging them for resources and opportunity. Like, let them come to us, because they're gonna do that anyway, and make them buy from us, make them support us economically, right? So, how do you guys feel about the job market? Are you experiencing anything in the job market? I live in Texas, where there's a great job market here, but it is still rough. I am unbothered. I am unfazed. My God is a provider. So I'm not even worried about it, but this is a real thing and it's happening. And I think that this is, again, an opportunity for us to, again, come together, start co-ops. That's what we should do. Okay, let's talk about the co-ops. I was telling y'all about growing your own food, learning how to make things. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your time. Tap into your creativity. You know, do what you got to do. And if you know how to draw, sew, paint, make pottery, you know, skills with your hands, this is your time. Spiritual stuff, you know, holistic healing and health, this is your time. If you can do something that AI cannot do, this is your time. So this is your time to divest from, this is your time. Okay. That's true. Thank you, No More. That's great advice. So No More says, this woman on TikTok said the best advice for leaving or for moving countries. She said, while you are here in America working for XYZ, apply within to their other sites in other countries. It eases the transition. That is great advice. Thank you a lot. Because again, I feel like to me, a lot of it does seem very overwhelming to start the process. It's a lot of paperwork, it's a lot of red tape, and so that is really, really great. Thank you. Okay, now what I want to say is right now, I think that we need to divest from modern education. Like, again, degrees are becoming useless. There, you know, schools, there's AI all in the schools. The education system that we know, whether on the college level or whether on the grade school level, is again collapsing. It's degrading. You know what I'm saying? It's going away. That's that Pluto in Capricorn. We are now moving into a new era where we can be taught different ways. We can learn different ways, and we can tap into again our own talents and skills. That's what I'm doing. I have a way with words. You know, I know how to talk to people. I know how to cultivate an audience. So I have an opinion that people like. And so instead of giving my energy to a bunch of different companies right now, I'm investing my energy back into me, back into my people who are listening and who like my message. And so I encourage my other, you know, brothers and sisters to do the same. This is your time to, you know, what are you good at? What do you like doing? What do you enjoy doing? Again, the job market is so bad, just follow your dreams. Do you like to cook? Are you good with kids? Like, what can you do that AI can't do? Tap into that and let's work together. Let's create co-ops. Let's grow our own food, and let's create co-ops where we come together and we trade and we barter and we just have our own economy. Like, this is that time. This is Pluto in Aquarius, bringing the power back to the people. Because again, education is dying. Government is dying. Again, I've been talking to you guys about new founding fathers for years. You know? The government is dying, schools are dying, even the police force, again, law enforcement, they got like robotic dogs and shit. Like, the way that we do things is just changing. Corporate is dying. They're closing down, filing for bankruptcy, doing layoffs. Like, you know, corporate is, you know, moving into the AI, you know, thing, because corporate is demonic. Corporate is demonic. It is. Yes. Everything is polyester. I gave away so many clothes this year because when I started to realize, you know what? I don't want to wear any more polyester clothes. Like, the clothes are plastic. Like, the food is funky and weird. Like, this is our time to go back to raising animals, being with the land, working with the land. You know, this is our time. For those of you, as I've been saying, who don't want to get any chips, you know what you got to do. This is your time to lock in, and, you know, this is your time to lock in and, like, put your focus into you. Put your focus into you, build your relationships, and let's work together. Let's cooperate together. You know, cooperate. Let's cooperate. Cooperate. Work together. Community. Let's work together. This is our time. Okay. Oh yeah, you know what I also wanted to say? Janicia brought up clothes. we're seeing the fall of designer because people have been exposing again that all the designer shit is made cheaply in other countries, or it's nothing but gilded shirts with new printing on it. You know what I mean? You see celebrities now saying, "Oh, I'm gonna wear the same clothes more than once." You know what I mean? Back in the day, celebrities are like, "Oh, I never wear the same thing more than once." Now they're proudly saying that. You know why? Because it's a new era. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. So the fashion industry is falling. People again can barely afford to go out to eat anymore. People are still doing it, but it's falling. It's falling. So the medical industry is falling. AI doctors, overworked nurses, nurses leaving, doctors getting laid off. All of the systems of the Capricorn era are crashing. Now it is time for us to put, again, power into the people. Hi, Eli. So remember, slavery is a choice. So if you continue to buy into the matrix, you will be getting a chip, and it'll be because you chose it. Understand that. Understand that. Okay. Let's move into Stargate. So again, y'all know I live in Texas. I saw a post today about Stargate being built in Abilene, Texas. Now, Stargate is going to be the world's largest AI infrastructure. I'm concerned because I see what's going on out in Memphis with Elon Musk having data centers there and the water supply being ass. Like, he is ruining the water supply. Yes, Janicia. He is ruining the water supply, and that's affecting everybody that lives anywhere near that data center. So I'm a little bit concerned about them building Stargate out in Abilene, but we'll see what happens. So Stargate is going to be, or it is, a $500 million investment, and it's going right now. I see companies like OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank are all gonna, I guess, have like these data centers there. Now, another concern that I have is Texas already has grid issues. And that's concerning because we did have like a really bad freeze a couple years back. Maybe like 3 or 4 years back, we had a bad freeze because, again, this state doesn't necessarily have the proper infrastructure to withstand extremely cold temperatures. And so our grid like collapsed, and that left people dying, all types of like pipes busting and like leaks and just complete chaos. So I'm a bit concerned with Stargate, this AI data center being built out in Abilene. Let's see how that goes. But Texas is becoming the new California because we already have like Tesla out here, we've got Neuralink out here, and this makes me think of cowboys and aliens. Now, that's been a huge theme. I have some decodes on this, again, Beyonce with Cowboy Carter, and then Renaissance, again, cowboys and aliens. We see that with Jordan Peele's movie Nope, Cowboys and Aliens. There's an actual movie, Cowboys and Aliens. See, it used to be Cowboys and Indians, but now it's Cowboys and Aliens. So it's like these fallen angels bringing their technology to the West, right? And again, in order to build a new system, the old system has to be destroyed. And that is why we're seeing Babylon, America, or the West crashing, because things are also pretty bad. First of all, the whole world right now is going through a recession. Even out in China and in other countries, the Asians are fucking tired of it. In Asian countries, they're going through it too. But you definitely see it in Europe, and you see it here in the United States, and you see it in Canada. You know what I mean? We see this. It is like a global economic collapse. Now, that is, of course, by design to usher in global currency and eventually a one world government. which is why I do believe we are already in the beginning of World War III. They are. Hi, PJ. The fallen angels are definitely the ones bringing in the new technology. They are. Like, again, there are so many movies and TV shows that tell you that, and it's also in the Bible, the book of Nephilim. So they're the ones doing this. Again, Elon Musk, in my opinion, is a fallen angel. That's not a human being, in my opinion. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, these are not human beings. Yes, World War III will be digital, or will have digital aspects, but please don't underestimate that people will pass away, because here's the key ingredient in the magic, the witchcraft. The key ingredient is blood of the innocent. This is why politicians go to war. There's nothing that is that serious, we talked about this, that requires people having to go out and fight to the death for whatever. There's just no need. We're in a time and a day where people can, again, sign agreements and move on. But there always has to be a war, because innocent people have to die to make the magic work. Like, when you start getting into occult and witchcraft and magic and stuff like that, it's always going to require blood. When you really want it to work, the fallen angels are residing in their body. Like, that's what I'm saying, PJ. Some of these people are also hybrids. They may look human, but they have like alien or fallen angel DNA. Like, this is what's really going on, and again, in the book of Nephilim in the Bible, where you have fallen angels that have sex with women, and the babies look human, but they're not all the way human. So, you know, on some real shit, I want to, because I feel like I gotta, like, educate you real quick. And it's no shade. In the book of Genesis, I believe, thank you, Eric, I believe that God punished Eve so harshly because her and Satan had sex, which is why Cain was the first person to commit murder, because Eve was punished so harshly because she allowed Satan to alter human DNA. Seed of the serpent. Cain is also older than Abel. I looked that up. Cain is older. And when you go back and look at Adam's lineage, Cain is not listed. Okay? So I wanted to say that to say this has been going on for a long time. These fallen, that happened on Rosemary's Baby. In Rosemary's Baby, the whole thing, Rosemary's husband made a deal to allow Rosemary to be used to give birth to the Antichrist. And it was, remember, her husband was an actor trying to make it, okay? And the Castevets, which was the older, thank you, Janicia, the Castevets, which was the older couple who had even convinced Rosemary's husband to like, oh, if you allow us to use your wife to give birth to the Antichrist, we'll give you an acting career. That's the Castevets, right? So when the ritual happened, Rosemary was drugged, and it was a group full of industry people standing around her bed, and they PJ, it makes sense, but you don't have to agree, but I'm gonna just tell you this. There was a group of people standing around Rosemary's bed. These were all industry people, and they were all butt naked, and they were chanting satanic stuff in Latin. They were all chanting stuff in Latin, and they conjured Satan up, and he had sex with Rosemary, and she got pregnant with the Antichrist. That's what I'm saying. So this is not unheard of. Again, it's in the book of Nephilim too. So it's not unheard of for human women to have relations with fallen angels and then to give birth to hybrids. If you think about it, that's what Greek mythology is based upon. When you hear about like demigods and the gods and like some woman out in the woods who was, you know, picking flowers, and then Zeus rolls up and like fucks her, sorry, and then they have a demigod, they're talking about fallen angels sleeping with human women and creating hybrid species. Hi, Ethan. No more. I do feel like we do need an op, you know, if you really want to get into it, like on some esoteric, I guess, like shit. I mean, there's gonna be good and there's gonna be bad, and so we could get like that. But Satan didn't tear up everything. He tore up some shit, but not everything. Okay. Anywho, a lot of these people, again, are bringing these cowboys and aliens is a thing. Think about it. Cowboys are known to be, again, living with the land. Cowboys, when you think of cowboys, right? Like, again, they live with the land. When you think of aliens, they're like super, super advanced. So when you think of like cowboys and aliens, the aliens are like coming, or the fallen angels are coming to us, the cowboys, and giving us the technology and like merging it and creating a new world. Yes, no more. I think about it like that. Like, again, God has two sides as well. You know, that's why I said in the video about Lil Nas X. People try to make him, oh, God is love. God is love, but God will also murk you. You know what I mean? It's not, people try to paint it as like God is just like some hoe ass nigga that just like, you know, lets everything slide. And that's just not the truth. God will murk you. God will take from you. God will send people to war too. But even God created Satan, and it's just like Satan is just one of those, hi, welcome. God is just like one of those, or Satan is just one of those, again, things where it's like, you know what? Somebody just got, there's always got to be one. You know what I mean? It's like everybody else is chilling, and then there's you. And then the people who fucking follow you. It just is what it is. Okay, so Tesla and Neuralink are here in Texas too, because I did see Neuralink hiring an accountant. I was like, hell no. And Tesla is known to be a very shitty employer. And they're here too. We've got robots, self-driving cars all around Austin. It's really, really crazy. So yeah, Texas is becoming the new California. And again, the fall of the West, right? Let's talk about that. No, I don't. I'm about to, you better be careful, bro. Okay, California is on, thank you. Because I'm like, what the fuck are you here for? Thank you. You kind of had me a little bit nervous for a moment. I'm trying to stay focused on my show. California is the West Coast, right? Texas is like the Southwest. So California is having problems. You know, the government is hella corrupt. Thank you, no more. The government out in California is extremely corrupt. Texas, I know there's a lot of people here who don't like our governor. I'm indifferent because he's not as bad as what's that guy? Fuck. Gavin Newsom. Greg Abbott is not anything like Gavin Newsom. He's not that bad. So people are always gonna have an opinion. It just is what it is. But I'm glad that he's not Gavin Newsom. Hi Lola. So yeah, I mean Austin is a tech capital, but I don't even want to go down that road. But California is also going through its own shit, where it's, you know, again, it's the West Coast. It's also falling. A lot of people. Okay, where in California are you? A lot of people are leaving California for Austin. That's been going on for years. I've been in Austin for like on and off because I went to college somewhere else and like I left at times. But like when I moved here in 2013, people from California have been moving out here. And I continue to meet more and more people from California that are here now. So California has a lot of problems. They have a lot of issues out there. And a lot of people can't afford it anymore. So they move. And of course that drives up the prices where they move to. But Cali has a lot of problems. And you see major companies leaving. Are you in SoCal? I have a friend that's out in San Diego. What, San Antonio? Are you in San Antonio? Cali and Seattle? Yeah, Seattle's beautiful. I've been there, but yeah, they got a lot of homelessness too. Portland, a lot of homelessness too. Austin, we have a lot of homelessness, but it's nothing like further out west. And speaking of, near North Cali, okay. Okay, so another thing, speaking of the West Coast, right? Haven't y'all been hearing about Vegas? Vegas is also on a decline. Again, Vegas is out west. So it's a lot of places out west that are really going through it. And again, cowboys versus aliens. The fall of the West, Pluto and Aquarius. With California, they're going through it. You know, the economy, they have a big economy, but it's not the most black friendly state. And companies are leaving. Companies are pulling out of California. There's a reason why the state is on fire. You know, strategic, in my opinion, fires to drive out people who they don't want there and to make them leave. They've been seeing a mass exodus from California for years. Well, okay. A lot of people, yeah, okay, let's talk about that. I'm going to touch on the South. A lot of people still see the South as slow and delayed. A lot of people still see the South as backwards. And so they don't want to be in the South. They want to be, a lot of people, again, let's talk about that too. Pluto and Aquarius, a lot of people still feed into that, oh, if you want to get money, go to New York, go to Atlanta, go out west, you know what I mean? And that's just not what you need to be doing right now. Right now, you should be going where it's affordable. You should be going where there's still land that you can either grow food on or raise cattle on. So people who still want to be in like the major cities, fine, let them, because the major cities are always the most impacted when disaster hits, and they're the first to be impacted negatively when disaster hits. So let them be in the major cities if that's where they want to be. I do agree no more that people who are homeless should go live in the woods or in the mountains. I agree. So Texas is becoming California-fied. I'm gonna have some water. With all this technology. And, you know, again, Neuralink, OpenAI, Stargate, like all it is. So I'm a little bit concerned. But that's why we should start planning. Okay, like where will we go? My mouth is dry. This tea dries my mouth out. I like this tea. It works, but it makes you dry in the mouth. And that's why another thing I think is, again, many people will have to leave America because there's going to be nowhere for us to go except the Midwest. And the Midwest is cold. I'm not going nowhere cold. Okay, yep, land, yeah. But people, again, when I met people, because like I went to college in the South, and I went to school with a lot of people from Boston, and I was like, wow, like the South is really seen, like in their opinion, they think the South is like racist, Confederate flag territory. I mean, and you do still see Confederate flags in some places in the South. This is an herbal tea that a Chinese health lady made for me. It works, but you got to drink a lot of water. And you got to like, I'm eating prunes because it'll dry you up. It'll work, but it's kind of drying. So, you know, you got to like try to keep your fluids going. Okay, so yeah, people still perceive the South as slow and backwards, which is fine. I went to an herbalist to get this tea, but I mean, I usually would just go to grocery stores if I'm buying like a basic tea. I don't have a specific brand. You know, okay, I feel like if you want to get tea, you should go to an Asian market. Like, I got some tea from H Mart a couple days ago, because remember like last week when I was going live, I was in like a hotel because I was out of town, and I had met an herbalist there. And, you know, I told her some of my symptoms, and like she took my pulse, and I told her that my acupuncturist had diagnosed me with like damp heat, and so she made a tea to help me with that. And it works, but again, like I have learned that I need to drink a lot of water with it, and like I need to dilute it heavily because it's strong, which strong is good, but like I got to be able to go to the bathroom. Okay, so yeah, things are getting crazy. Cowboys and Aliens, the fall of the West, Texas is getting Stargate. That's interesting, and I'm keeping my eyes out because I'm keeping a lookout because I'm a little bit concerned about our water quality and our grid, our power grid. Because, you know, I hate AI, you guys, because it's unnecessary. I don't understand why people, you're here a little bit late, I think, Fourth Horseman, because I was saying that Stargate is going to be the world's largest AI infrastructure, like, build that is being built in Abilene, Texas. It's fine if you're late. I'm happy to like catch you up. But I just don't understand. It's going to be like a data center. The world's largest data center, AI data center. I don't understand why people use ChatGPT. I've tried it because people keep talking about it. I don't like it because there's no use. I just don't get it. I don't understand why people use ChatGPT. I feel like there's no need for it because you can get those same answers on Google. It just makes no sense. And then I'm hearing that it uses all this water. Like, I don't like that. And like, we've been fine with the internet for like ever. So I will never understand Chat GPT and the hype. I am hearing that against kids keep using it for school, but that's devaluing school. Oh, that's nice, Janicia. But see, when I was in school, I used Quizlet. Like, I used Quizlet to make practice tests and to study. And I used Chegg, and I watched YouTube. Like, I just used other things to get the same answers. So I will never, like, people be in Chat GPT being fucking weird, and I just don't get it. I think people are like so easily influenced. Most people are using it because they're fucking broken. Yeah, they're like, oh, my nigga left. What do I do? It's like, what the fuck? Whatever. Okay, last topic for real world topics. Bill Gates. So I did post, I believe in the community post, that Bill Gates is saying that he's trying to make electronic tattoos a thing by 2028. Now, this reminds me of The Simpsons, because there's an episode, I think, Bart to the Future or something like that. There's an episode of The Simpsons where we see, I think Lisa, isn't like there's like Bart Simpson, Homer Simpson, Lisa, you know what I mean? I think Lisa is the daughter, because I think Marge is the mom. Well, Lisa is a mom. We see her as she gets older, and she has a daughter, and her daughter has like a digital tattoo that like lights up. It has like light in it, and like this rainbow, like that keeps like moving, right? And so when I saw the picture of the electronic tattoo that Bill Gates, yes, PJ, I totally agree. When I saw a photo of like the rainbow looking chip that Bill Gates wants people to get, that's supposed to be the electronic tattoo, I thought of The Simpsons. So yes, that is the mark of the beast. Just like Neuralink, all of these chips and tattoos and all this stuff, it's marks. But notice how he said he wants people to get this thing by 2028, and if they don't get it, they will not be able to operate in society. He is clearly the Antichrist, or one of them, because the Bible does say there will be many. Just like there's 4 horsemen, there will be many Antichrists. Bill Gates is one of them. There's a reason why he is able to infiltrate government and, just get involved with science and vaccines and birth control. People believe that he is the one that is behind autism. I believe that. He has done so many crimes against humanity. He's responsible for so much corruption in the medical industry. It's insane. And yes, he is trying to slow roll digital ID. They're already kind of doing that with like, oh, you can have your ID on your phone and whatever, slow walking us to Mark of the Beast. But he's again threatening people. If you don't get this electronic tattoo, you won't be able to operate in society. Most people won't give a fuck. That's the gag. I'm telling you now, there's a lot of people right now, as some of you can see on social media, a lot of people right now are choosing to be homeless because they're tired of paying high rent. Hi, Ryan. Hi, nice to meet you. A lot of people are choosing to be homeless to save money on rent. A lot of people are sleeping out of their cars, sleeping in storage units, or they sleeping in RVs or campers, or tiny homes, or they've already moved out into the woods. I've seen that. I've seen it on TikTok. Already moving out into the woods, living with family. So people are already, again, pulling back and divesting from the system. Okay, this is the thing. So people aren't going to care. Many people already know that it's the mark of the beast. So they're not going to care. What's going to happen is people are going to start to be hunted, in my opinion. Because I believe the Bible says this. People who don't want to be a part of the system, we will have to have blickies, because I do believe that people like law enforcement will start hunting people down to try to force them to get the mark. Please believe they're not going to just let you live in peace, because there will be people who will happily get the chip because they're fucking idiots. But then there will be many people who just don't. Who don't. Yes, that's the plan. They'll say the chip is the next step in human evolution. The chip, you know, like that's going to be the play, but many people know better. So I don't believe that the chip is going to be that successful. You will see people who will do it, but a lot of people already know better. So I'm just a little bit, again, like, ooh, that might be like a safety thing for those of us who don't want it. But many people, again, are going to live off grid by choice. It's happening now. There are people who haven't found a job, and it's been years, months. They don't even have the money to live in the matrix anymore. The value of the US dollar is damn near obsolete. You know what I mean? Like, much of the system has already collapsed. Oh, of course. Of course, Janicia. Much of the system has already collapsed. It's actively collapsing day by day by day. So, yeah. Yeah. Yes, Dion. Many people already have the chip. Many already do. And I've been calling that out because, okay, I know like overseas in like the Netherlands and like stuff like that, Switzerland, there are people who already have it, who work for these corporate companies. They've gotten the chip so that they can, like, you know, get into the office more easily and stuff like that. Yes, George. A lot of companies are already like chipping their employees. Again, I told you, corporate is demonic. You know, Amazon, I told you guys, God woke me up that Amazon is a highly demonic company and that I want no parts. Doesn't Amazon have those stores where you can just like pay with your palm? Market of the beast. Hey, Eric. So I'm telling you guys, Amazon is just too demonic for me. And they've already, again, been helping to usher in Market of the Beast. I already told you, I think any rapper that has anything right here, whether it's a jewel or whether it's a tattoo, they have the Mark of the Beast. The devil has to mark his people. So I'm just saying, I definitely believe many people have it. I think Kanye already has it. I'll talk to you guys about that. With the way that Kanye was spazzing on Twitter, Twitter is owned by who? Elon Musk. Kanye has been friends with Elon for years. I believe that Kanye has Mark of the Beast. I do. They say he cloned. He said he cloned. He said he was cloned. So I believe that Kanye already has it. I think I may have mentioned to you guys, Jay-Z used to have, no, I don't have cancer. I have a head full of hair. I still have my eyebrows and my lashes. Dion, thank you. But some people do ask me that. Like, do you have cancer? No, I don't have cancer. Um, I have plenty of hair on my head. I just be at home and I don't have anyone to impress. So my hair is in a wrap until I need to like go out and like be cute. Yeah, but but I also think about it. It's like, well, I still have my eyebrows. Um, because they're a bot. They you know like they successfully did what they were supposed to do. Distract my chat. Um, Mia is like over it. Okay. Okay. Fourth Horseman. I said in the last live that I believe Lil Nas X is going to go to jail to be cloned or chipped. I have been talking about this theory for a while that I believe when celebrities go to jail, they're being cloned and maybe chipped. I mean, no more. Okay. I know it may sound crazy, but it's very easy to put a chip in somebody. And don't forget, there was somebody who signed up to let Elon test Neuralink out on them. Part of me thinks that that person could be Kanye West, or it could be somebody else. But somebody signed up to get Mark of the Beast. Somebody did. So, again, this right here is your pineal gland, and it's like a space behind it. And you can put stuff there. You can put stuff here. You can implant anything into the body. Okay. No more. Yes. The chipped people will be separate. Because, like, okay, let's talk about the show Severance. In the show Severance, they put something in their employees' bodies. I think it was a chip. And when, yes, it was a brain, it was like a brain implant, like a brain chip that they would put in them. And when they wanted to leave the company, they had to go to like the black market, or they had to like go like underground to get it taken out. And then once they had it taken out, they could like go live off grid or like leave society. This is deep. This is real. If you haven't seen Severance, you must see it, because it talks about, again, a very powerful corporation shipping their employees and like having them under like mind control, like very deep shit. Very deep. It is DNA. Yes, it is DNA and frequency manipulation. Down to like your chakra system, everything, because there's a chakra here. Like there's a chakra here, there's a chakra here, there's a chakra like from your pelvic area to here. There are chakra systems. And so once you start doing certain things or putting certain things certain places, it alters the DNA, the chakra, the frequency. Like chakras are just frequencies. Yes, absolutely. It's a real chip. I know this is blowing your mind. Sorry to my listeners, but a lot of people No More is confused, or he or she is a little bit like blown away. Have you seen The Matrix? Neo had something implanted in him. This is very real. It's a small chip, but it is real. Just like there's a chip that runs your phone, like a little semiconductor. Just like there's chips all over your computer, there's chips in your car. There's chips in the TV. They put them in you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know. If it may be crazy, but it is very real. Another word for chip is semiconductor. And they can be really small or they can be big depending on where they need to be. But the whole world runs on chips. Again, anything electronic has a chip in it. Like when they say in the iPhone, it's a SIM card, a chip, a semiconductor. They run all technology. Again, your vehicle has like several different chips. Your TV, again, your computer, your phone, like there's so many anything electronic, your calculators, they have chips in them. Cameras, they have chips in them. They have semiconductors in them. I don't know what you're asking, Squid Boss. Hey, Big Tay, yay! I'm glad you finally made it live. Okay. Let's move on to pop culture. It's been long enough. So let's start off talking about K Michelle. Are y'all excited about her making country music? I am. I think it's a great time for her to do it, but I do find it suspicious that it's like, why all of a sudden is she just now doing country? Because K Michelle went to, yes, Squid Boss, absolutely. They can be very tiny. K Michelle went to college off of a country music scholarship. So I'm trying to figure out, why is she just now doing country? Now, I know that labels, allegedly pushed her to do R&B because she's a black artist, but I do find it interesting how after Beyonce does a country album, now she's doing one. And it's not because I feel like she's trying to copy Beyonce at all. I just feel like Beyonce is a member of the 13 bloodlines, and it took her power to open the door to allow the industry to allow K Michelle to release a country album. That's what I believe. No, I don't believe she was chipped in the Garden of Eden. I just believe that she smashed Satan and ended up getting pregnant with Cain, and that was an evil baby. That's what I believe. And again, she was punished with eternal childbirth pain because she allowed Satan to alter human DNA. Okay. Because hasn't it been proven that DNA stays in a woman's womb for years? Right. DNA can get into your bone marrow. Right? So she created a grave injustice indeed. Okay. But okay, Big Tay, they want it to be seen like that. Oh, premium celeb? Oh, thank you. Oh, Lord. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, I'm gonna go check it out. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, yikes. Okay, I can try to, y'all need to report them. If you know that they're stealing my content, y'all gotta report. I gotta go report them. The good thing is, I can go reach out to YouTube, but yeah, I gotta make a report. Okay. I'm glad I know. Lord help. Okay. So I'm just saying that I think Beyonce again is highly connected. Not that I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this. I just believe that she has enough rank again in the spiritual world and enough rank in the music industry where she's gonna be the one to release the album first and then get what? Album of the year. And then, okay, thank you. I'm gonna talk to YouTube some more and we'll see what happens. So I think that just because of her rank and her status, she's able to, again, release a country project, um, get a bunch of top tier features, and again, win AOTY. Whereas a K Michelle, again, doesn't have that same type of pull. And so, thank you, Squid Boss. And so, K Michelle hasn't been afforded that opportunity until somebody as powerful as Beyonce was able to, yes, open that door. But I'm glad that K Michelle is going to release this project, and I think that it'll do really well. I think that it'll be well received by white people. That's the thing. See, Beyonce's project was not well received. And I think it's because white people knew that it wasn't really a genuine project. But I think with K Michelle, right, I think that because K Michelle is a genuine country artist, the music will be well received. And it also sounds better because when I heard her new song, Jack Daniels, it sounds better than anything on Cowboy Carter. I think Cowboy Carter has some good songs, but I think K Michelle has the voice to do country, which is why she got into school on a country music scholarship. Beyonce has undergone a lot of humiliation rituals, but Beyonce, as I keep trying to tell y'all, is connected to the 13 bloodlines. Like, Beyonce is what? Creole? She has a lot of white DNA. Beyonce is a member of the 13 bloodlines. It's a lot deeper than what it looks like. Y'all can't keep believing what she tells you. You have to pay attention to what you can see. She comes from a long line of witches, allegedly. Her mother is not just no average bitch from Texas. Come on now. Yeah, I think K Michelle is from Tennessee. No more. Are you new here? I feel like you're not. Yes, the elevator incident was a humiliation ritual. Her stomach folding on TV when she was allegedly pregnant was a humiliation ritual. Yes, no more. I was just saying that. Most celebrities are cloned and or chipped. They also don't make money off of music. They are slaves. They are puppets who make money off of crime. I've been telling you guys that many of them are involved in African. Many of them are involved in African Uggs, African youth, the youth, minors. They are involved in African organs. They are involved in adrenochrome, which is, red juice. So it's a lot of crime. Many of them do sex work. So, right, they never retire. Many of them, it's a game of like pimps and hoes, and like it's crime. It's a crime organization. Hollywood is a crime organization that is run by the government. The CIA and the government crime organization. Okay, let me see. Yes, Beyonce does have black ancestry, but she's got a lot of white ancestry, and she is connected to, by blood, the elites. Okay, but I'm happy for K Michelle's new music. Will y'all listen? Yes, Janicia, they are the pimps. I will give it a chance. I'm excited for K Michelle. I'm glad that she's able to finally be who she really is. Thank you, Squid Boss. And that is a country music singer. So I'm happy for her. Like, I'm glad that like she's getting her just due. Okay, let's move on. So did y'all hear about the incident at Drake's OVO store? I think in New York, where, thank you, bye. Are you going to bed? I don't know what time it is in Europe. Oh, okay. Damn. Well, I'm gonna give the project a chance. I appreciate you, Squid Boss. Hope you come back next live. I go live every Tuesday and Friday at 8 o'clock Central Time here in the US. Okay, so there's a lady who was at Drake's OVO store. I think the location in New York. and she tore that bitch down. Well, of course, people want to make it seem like she was just crazy. No, that woman claims that Drake and OVO stole designs from her. And I believe it. As an artist, nothing is more painful and infuriating. Oh, damn, you up early. How is Morocco? I imagine it's warm in Morocco. I imagine the food is good. I love Middle Eastern food. Um, but she's claiming that Drake and OVO stole her designs. Nothing will make you crash out faster as an artist than seeing people steal from you and not give you credit. And yeah, a lot of new music isn't good, but that pisses people off, and so I understand her frustration. I wonder if her work is copyrighted, and I just want to know, more about the details of whatever business that they may have had or didn't have. I would like to know more about it, because as an artist, you do have to copyright your work. If you are serious, okay, bye. Hope to see you on Tuesday. Be safe out there. If you are an artist, if you're serious about your work, you have to get your work copyrighted. Trust me. Whoever is taking my content, this is not my first time at this rodeo. I have somebody right now that was heavily inspired by my paintings, because I used to do paintings, and has kind of taken a bit of inspiration from my paintings. And luckily my work is copyrighted, because if it becomes a little bit too close to my paintings, or is too much theft, then I can sue. Copyright infringement is one of those things. It can be hard to prove sometimes. It just depends. I have consulted a lawyer. Thank you, Charlie. So it is one of those things, though. And why did I talk to a lawyer? Because I was like, that looks a little bit like me. You're getting inspiration from me. It's not direct copying, but I'm your inspiration, especially because I knew that person, personally. So I get it. It's infuriating. But you got to handle your business the right way. So I'm hoping that her work has been copyrighted, because if her work is copyrighted and if she did do her business the right way, then she could and should sue. Because I can give you guys the website. So let me see if I can type in my chat. Can I type in my chat? Yikes. Are you on, Janicia, or anybody else here? Are you guys on, or are you in my Instagram? I'm grown, Charlie. Are you guys in my Instagram group? Because if you are, I can drop the link there. Anywho, because I don't think I can type in here. I just don't. Yeah, I don't see a way to do that. Okay. So I hope that she got her work copyrighted, but I have a feeling that she hasn't, because the way that she's crashing out. And this is why I feel like, as Black people, I don't know why we don't handle our business properly. I don't know why we don't go get our work copyrighted. You can go, it's very easy to file a copyright, federal copyright. It's very easy. I've done it several times. It's not that expensive. The price has gone up, but you can get several works copyrighted at a time. You can do up to 10 bodies of work at a time. When I paid for it last time, it was like $85. $85 for 10 bodies of work, federal copyright. Why not? Why not? So I hope that she got contracts, copyrights. I hope that she did, and I hope that she takes it to court. If somebody is stealing from you, take it to court. There's no point in going into a store and crashing out, and now you have an arrest record, and you've gone viral for all the wrong things. I want better for her. I want better for us. But Drake, doesn't look good. It's looking very culture vulture. It's looking very yes, you're always caught up in some drama. and some allegations over stealing and just like all that stuff. Like it's just not looking good for him. He's having a really bad like last couple of years. Like he's in a shitty ass record deal with UMG. He will never retire. He'll never retire. Kanye said that. And if you sign a $500 million record deal, yeah, like they've got you for lifetimes. So, Drake is not looking too good for him. He's really been going through, and now there's somebody else that has a bone to pick with him. Yikes. But I'm wishing Shauna Stoner the best. That's her name. Her name is Shauna Stoner. She is the woman who came into the store and tore the OVO store up because allegedly Drake stole her designs, or his team stole her designs. So justice for her. I'm hoping that she gets that worked out, and I'm praying for her mental health. Let's move into Shiloh Sanders. I'm already tired of this guy. There's something about Shiloh that I just don't like. I'm going to just be very real with you. There's something about Shiloh that rubs me the wrong way. Do y'all like him? People have said that he's not that good at playing football. I believe them. I've never seen him play, but something about him just makes me believe what they're saying. I believe that he probably can't play. And I told you guys, I believe that he can't play, and that's why the NFL wants him out. Because he's not that good. He's a liability. Why I'm mentioning him again is because he did an interview where he was saying that he's not really worried about if the NFL works out or not because, he has other talents. He can act, do music, or modeling. That has me concerned. I think that pretty much proves that Dion handed his kid over to the industry. Because why is every other outlet that he wants to get involved in having to deal with being in front of a camera and being a part of the Hollywood system? Yes, no more, totally. Why can't he just go get a job behind the scenes? Why does it have to be, again, him looking for attention in front of a camera? Or I'm gonna go model or act or do music. And my mom was saying, she was like, hopefully they don't have him trying to rap like Jello. Right? Because look at what happened to Jello. Jello, hi Sudan. Sarun, hello. Look at what happened to Jello. Jello couldn't make the league, and now he's rapping. And look at all of the drama that has ensued in his life. He's like allegedly 3 kids deep. Are you from Algeria? He's allegedly 3 kids deep. Right. He's going back and forth with his baby mama. He allegedly got married. You know what I'm saying? Like all the drama, abandoned his family. Like look at all that drama that happened after he signed that record label deal. Okay. Thank you, George. I appreciate your feedback. So I just hope that he doesn't try to go be a rapper. I'm so sick of it. Rap is dead. Rap is very dead. And let's be really honest. It doesn't matter the gender. The only person that is keeping rap really alive and well is Nicki Minaj. I said what I said. I know that like there's a lot of rappers right now who are putting out music that might be doing well, but when it comes to like fan base, numbers, longevity, quality of music, Nicki is the only one. The only one. because Drake's numbers are fudged. Kanye is still, I mean, when who's listening to his new shit, yo? Because, I mean, Kanye is still, right. Kanye is still like, a big artist, but his antics have turned a lot of people off. That's true no more. You bring up a great point. You bring up a great point when you say rap has never really lived, because a lot of it is dead music. And I love Nicki, but a lot of it is dead music. Rapping about blickies and sliding and steppers and coochie and is music of the dead. And so I really hate to see Jello give his life over to the industry, the music industry, and I'm concerned about Shiloh. But when your parents have made certain deals for you to have success, the devil has to collect. So whether it's football or whether it's acting or whether it's music or whether it's modeling, the devil, well, he's gonna collect. And you think Dion gave up toes and a bladder and whatever else the fuck he gave up for nothing? Yeah, Shiloh will be doing something, whether football works out or not. Just my 2 cents. Let's move on to Real Housewives. So I made a video today talking about Monique Samuels. Do y'all watch Real Housewives? If you watch Real Housewives, what franchise do you watch? Or when was the last time you watched Real Housewives? I have been divested from Real Housewives and Bravo as a whole for years. To be honest with you, after Nene left, there really is no point in watching. For real. For real. I'm going to stand 10 toes down in that. I never liked Potomac. Never. I do not like Giselle at all. I do not like Robin. She's a brainless bird. I don't like followers. So, hey, what's up, Jess Jackson? I'm good. How are you? I never liked Giselle or Robin. I don't like any of them. Yes, you are telling your age, but that's okay. My mother says the same things about gangster rap. Okay, Dion. Good. I mean, no straight man should be watching Housewives. Again, not Candy, Nene made Atlanta good. Once she left, the show is dead. K. Michelle is going to be joining the Atlanta cast. Pinky Cole from Slutty Vegan is going to be joining the Atlanta cast. I think K. Michelle is going to bring new life into the show. As far as Pinky Cole, I think she could be a good addition too. But I just don't know about Pinky. There's something about Pinky that I just don't really jive with her social image. I don't know her personally, but I feel like she makes the headlines for lately for all the wrong reasons. She used to make the headlines for how successful her restaurant was. Oh, thank you, Naomi. I need a moderator, please. But lately, thank you, Dion. She's been making yes, no more, for sure. But she's been making the headlines for closures and people not getting paid and rent not getting paid. So she's going through some struggles. I hate to see her go through these things. I don't know why this is all happening to her. I don't know if it's poor money management. Could be. I don't know if it's bad business practices. Again, poor money management. I don't really know what the root of the problem is. But I hate that it's causing her to make the headlines for bad things. I hate that she's getting bad press. I don't think her being on Real Housewives of Atlanta is a good choice or a good decision, Because if you're already having bad headlines, that show is going to do nothing but bring in more bad press, more bad headlines. You know what I mean? Because you're going to have to get down and dirty. It's reality TV. You're going to have to expose your personal life. You're going to have to let the public see you in a negative light. You're going to have to fight and argue with other women. You're going to attract more bad energy, people who want to see you fail. So I don't think that being on reality TV on a show like Real Housewives is a good idea for her. I don't want to say that I think reality TV is all bad for her, but I just don't think this particular show is good for her. I think she should have been on another show that maybe where she could just focus simply on her business. You know what I mean? I want her to thrive and be focused on her business. If she's in front of a camera, I want it to be about her business in a positive way. But how can you do that when the reality is not positive? And it doesn't have to always be like, oh, I'm winning and thriving. Maybe she could be doing a reality show where she's showing again the real struggles of being an entrepreneur, of being a Black entrepreneur, and being a Black entrepreneur in Atlanta where there's a lot of competition. How is it serving Black customers? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's so much that there's value that she could add to the reality TV space, but I don't think she'll be able to do that properly by being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's what I'm saying. And I just don't like that. I just don't like that idea for her. So I don't think that's going to be a good idea. As far as K. Michelle, I think, you know, to be honest with you guys, here's how I really feel. K. Michelle is about to release a country project. White people like country music. If that project is well received, she will come into big bags of money. I don't think her being on Real Housewives of Atlanta is a good choice neither. I think it'd be good for her in the Black community because we like her personality, we like K. Michelle. But I just feel like, again, with partnering with Jack Daniels, where she's been partnered with them, and as she moves into, again, country music, which is a white space, I want her to move into a whole new era in her life. I want her to move out of nigga mindset. You know what I mean? I want her to like move accordingly. And this is not about respectability politics. This is just like, read the fucking room. Because Black people like country. We might stream, but white people love country. White people is the reason why Lil Nas X had such a huge hit. Do you see what I mean? Because they love country music. And I feel like if you're about to, again, move into that space, then you need to completely embody that space. Clean your image up. Clean up your identity. You know what I'm saying? Clean up like how you do interviews. Like, get some media training. Like, completely rebrand. Completely clean up your image. You used to be on Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? You had a fake ass, was on Love and Hip Hop. You have fought on TV. You used to date raggedy niggas. Like, you have a hood past. And if you're going to be partnering with Jack Daniels and making a country album, where again you're going to be moving into a white space, you need to get an image consultant and completely do a 360. And that doesn't involve you having to bleach your skin and get a whole bunch of plastic surgery. It's just you need to carry yourself with some more class. Carry yourself with some more self-respect. And stay off of nigga TV doing nigga shit. That's what I'm saying. So no, I don't think that Real Housewives of Atlanta is a good idea for Pinky Cole or K. Michelle. I'm from New Orleans. I also want to talk about Monique. I told you guys in the short I made earlier, I think Monique is a fucking idiot, to be honest with you. And I like Monique. I would want to like Monique. I used to like Monique. When I first saw her on Potomac, I get that. I've been getting that my whole life. I do look East African. It's a big compliment. They're beautiful people. Um, I'm telling you, people trust me. I have for my entire life. People have said, "You look East African," and um, I don't know my ancestry that well. I'm not giving them my DNA, but I am from New Orleans, Louisiana. Um, tread lightly in my chat. Okay, Monique. I used to like Monique when she first. Thank you. I'm David, or I'm Dave M. Thank you. Glad to have you here. I liked Monique because I felt like Monique had all the right things to be a housewife. She was actually married. You know, she wasn't going through a divorce at the time. She had kids. Thank you. Because that's why I said watch yourself, because people be up in here getting too comfortable. She had kids. She was a housewife. Her husband was wealthy. They had 4 homes. You know what I mean? Like, she was really she was what every housewife should be. Because now it's a bunch of unmarried, menopausal, messy assholes. I said what I said. And they're killing the vibe. They're killing the vibe. It's a bunch of tired ass bitches. It's a bunch of throwaway, reject ass bitches. It's a bunch of I don't like the bitches that be on here, to be real with you. I told you guys. To be honest with you, I don't like anybody on the Potomac cast. Do y'all even watch this shit? Do y'all watch this? I know the guys don't. But for the girls in my life, do you watch Real Housewives, any franchise? I just think Monique fucked up. Long story short, I don't like the Potomac franchise at all. I wish they would fucking cancel this shit. I fucking hate every single person on that show. I hate Ashley. I fucking hate her. And she's ugly. Ashley is ugly and is a fucking bitch with a horrible personality. I didn't like Candace. I hate them all. I don't even like Karen because she's a fucking irresponsible drunk. That bitch has 4 DUIs. Like, what the fuck? And she's a fake ass bitch who switched up on her husband when her husband was having money problems. She was like, oh, that's him. Like, what a bitch. I didn't like her. I don't like any of them. They all are fake as fuck. They're all trash. They are all just scum of the earth, pieces of fucking shit. They are all clout chasers. They are all talentless. They have nothing going for them. They're awful. They're not even entertaining. That's what gags me. Because it's like, how do these fucking bitches manage to stay on TV? They're not entertaining in the slightest. I can't stand them. I hate that entire fucking franchise. And even when it started, I said, we did not need another fucking franchise of a bunch of black women fighting with each other. We didn't need that. And then and what makes me upset is that these women are so low vibrational that they continue to scrub the earth with their asses for Andy Cohen. They continue to let Andy pimp them. It's like, be a hoe with dignity. Like, imagine being so low that you allow yourself to be the equivalent of a streetwalker for an ooish man so that you can be on TV throwing drinks and arguing. Like, bitch, go back to school. I know you're uneducated. There is no way that you are educated and have talent and common sense if you live in DC, but you are on Potomac. Just ridiculous. 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 I'm glad that Robin is gone. I'm glad that Candace heavy wig wearing ass is gone. I did not like Candace neither. And the people, you know what? People keep showing me how they're trash because they like these bitches. Oh, I liked Candace. How? And why? So I hate the whole cast. I just had to get that off my chest because I fucking hate these bitches. But I liked Monique. I liked Monique because I felt like Monique was being picked on because they were all fucking jealous. Those bitches are fucking colorists, and many of them are broke assholes. That's the real truth. Many of them do not have money like that. And they hated to see a brown skinned woman married, happily married, with money. They hated that shit. Only for Monique to show her ass and sell her soul and divorce Chris and fucking thank you, Dion. Because I keep telling y'all, I'm a grown. Y'all need to stop being in this chat trying to be hoes. Unless you're gonna send me some money, keep that shit out of here. I do not entertain thoughts, especially thoughts with no money in their hands. Y'all gotta chill. With Monique divorcing Chris, stupid. Why would you leave your good husband so you could fucking be a reality TV star? Stupid. Stupid. Especially when you're not ever going to be the star of this franchise. Every franchise has a star. Like in Beverly Hills, it's Lisa Vanderpump. In Atlanta, it was Nene. And because Nene is not a part of it anymore, they haven't had a star since. Because it wasn't Candy. Well, now it's Portia. But Portia is only in that position because Nene left. But if Nene came back today or tomorrow, Portia would be demoted because Nene is, my mouth is dry, Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know what I mean? She was the star. In Potomac, Giselle's wrinkle neck ass is the star. So do you really think that, like why would you give up your marriage so you can go be another one of Giselle's do-girls, another bitch who's below Giselle? Because even the Grand Dame is not the star of the show. She's the one who like humbles Giselle, but Giselle is the star, the face of the franchise. So I feel like Monique is stupid because I feel like if I'm gonna give up my marriage to go parlay on TV, bitch, I'm gonna be the queen of this shit. But she didn't do that. And I just feel like she really exposed her hands. And now she's running around wearing dreads and shit. And it's just like, Monique is so lost. She is so lost and thirsty for fame. I don't like that energy at all. I really don't. It's very repulsive. Moving on. I had to just get that out. I'm so sick of these motherfucking shows. Let's get on to Will Smith. So, are y'all familiar with Will Smith allegedly using AI to make it seem like his concert was so successful? Have y'all heard about this? So until somebody responds, okay, because it seems like y'all don't. Will Smith allegedly had a concert in which, yes, he used AI to like generate an audience. I mean, I don't know, this has got to be some kind of Hollywood shit. Nobody is asking Will Smith to release music. Nobody wants music from Will Smith. We like his old hits, you know, but we love him as an actor. Yeah, we love him as an actor. So it's just like there's no point to still be trying to like get involved in the music industry. You know what I mean? But this brings up a bigger concern. So many artists are using AI and they've been doing it. Like, let's talk about it. I told y'all years ago that I believed that Kanye's verse on Cardi B's song Hot Shit is AI. Like, if you watch the video, that's not Kanye in the video neither. That's clearly AI. So I believe a lot of music that we're listening to is already AI. Like when people say, oh, we dug in the vault and we got an old verse from Biggie, or we got a Pop Smoke verse, you know what I'm saying? Like artists who are dead. Oh, we got an old Aaliyah verse, you know, a lot of that shit is AI. I just believe that. I just do. I believe that we've been listening to AI music for years, AI music videos for years. And it's been proven that Latto was altering photos to make it seem like a crowd at a festival that she was at was bigger than what it was. So AI is getting dangerous. You know, there's so much manipulation that's being done to the public, because let's talk about it with Beyonce. It was exposed that the account on Instagram, Just My Beyonce Videos, is allegedly affiliated with her team. Like, we're talking about AI and music right now. Yes, Latto had the fake crowd. Hey, Rock Forever, what's up? So with Beyonce, right? And I believe this, that person, because somebody pointed it out, the person who runs the account on TikTok, Just My Beyonce Videos, they just always happen to be right front and stage, right front and center, where they have a good shot of the stage, and all of the videos are like perfectly recorded. Like the camera isn't shaking because somebody's holding a phone. Like the camera is still, and they have a great shot of her right up on her. You know what I'm saying? And they're very close to the stage. And somebody said that Beyonce looks into that camera. So, oh my God, I need a moderator right now. Young Thug, we could talk about Young Thug real quick. Let me get on him later though. Just stick around. But so with Beyonce looking thank you, because that was wild. With Beyonce looking right into that camera, that person who runs that account is probably hired by her. They're probably hired by her, part of her social media team, to get good shots of the stage to convince people to come to the concert, to help her push tickets. You know what I'm saying? To create FOMO. Like, oh, she looks so good. I feel like I'm right there, you know, with her. Let me get tickets. And then I'm sure that that account is also monetized. Hey, what's up, Cerizo? How are you? So I just feel like, again, AI and manipulation and bots and sympathy and payola and, you know what I mean, like Photoshop, like this stuff is being used more than we can even imagine to manipulate the internet and manipulate our perception. You're very late, but you're okay. This will be up for replay. All of them are. So somebody wanted to talk about Young Thug. I'm gonna oblige them. What do y'all think about Young Thug? You know, I think Young Thug is honestly, part of me feels like he's over. Part of me feels like this is all ritual. I feel like it's a little bit of both though. So ritual, Young Thug going to jail, Gunna, all of that. I told you guys, I think Gunna is cloned and or replaced, because the new Gunna has new legs and a new body. It's giving Gucci Mane. Something with him is strange. I also haven't listened to any of his new music. I've heard like one song, but I don't know what it is. I'm just not interested in his music anymore. But his new body sounds weird. Or excuse me, his new body looks weird. When it comes to Young Thug, like Jay-Z. Hey, what's up, Blossom? I mean, they might do the Super Bowl. Beyonce and Jay-Z Super Bowl, they might. I hope not. Beyonce needs to rest. Don't she got a bad knee? Beyonce needs to go rest. It's gotta stop. I don't think they will. I think Jay-Z will. Yeah, if Jay-Z performs, then she's gotta come out. So, oh my God. I want them to just take a fucking break. Because here's the thing. If they go to the Super Bowl, if Jay-Z performs, then Beyonce is gonna come out. And then they're gonna make Blue Ivy come out. So it's just like, why do y'all keep working this woman? Why do y'all keep working that child? It's gotta stop. That's my 2 cents. With Gunna, yeah, he comes out of jail. He's got a new body. He's got a new vibe. I'm divested. I don't give a fuck. But with Young Thug, like I was saying, like Jay-Z, Young Thug has been affiliated with Freemasonry long before the industry. So with him, within the court system and everything, it was all one big ritual. You know, I told my mother, I said, don't let it slide past you that his gang name is YSL. Isn't YSL a fashion house? Yes, I agree, Dion. YSL is a fashion house. Yves Saint Laurent, right? Don't let that slide past you because they want you to believe that this is all just some gang shit in Atlanta. This is deeper than that, you guys. They had Fannie Willis a part of it. She's a politician, you know what I mean? A lawyer and a politician. Then they had, isn't she a politician? She ran for something, but that was also a ritual for her. That's why she got exposed for like fucking somebody who was like working with her. Ritual. That was a ritual for her to level up. They had to humiliate her so she could level up. Then, what else happened? Isn't one of the prosecutors now pregnant by one of the members? Again, rituals, nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Peep. But with Young Thug talking about some young stoner life YSL, that is code, in my opinion, for that fashion house, Yves Saint Laurent. Because don't you notice how Young Thug was on the album cover with the dress on, the high fashion couture dress? And didn't he go to like a fashion show and he like fixed like a model's outfit? You know what I'm saying? Like Young Thug is being used as a puppet by the fashion people. I keep telling y'all, the fashion people are demonic. That's why Cardi B still has a career. Not because of Atlantic Records, because of the fashion people. She's a slave to them. Kim and Kanye, slaves to the fashion people. Beyonce goes on tour, is a big giant ad for the fashion people. They have real money. They're selling real products that real everyday people are buying. Everybody in this chat knows somebody that has a piece of Gucci, Louis Vuitton, you know what I'm saying, Coach, like Dior, or they aspire to. People love fashion. They love luxury. They love designer. Ralph Lauren, you know what I mean? Like there's a million brands. Off-White, Amiri, Nike. Like that's where the real money is in fashion because they're selling real products all over the world that the average everyday person is buying. Whether it's just a perfume, whether it's just an eyeshadow or a lip gloss, like people are buying luxury goods. If you don't have a Chanel bag, you might have a Chanel fragrance. You might have a Gucci fragrance. You might have a Gucci belt. You might have Gucci flip-flops. You know what I'm saying? Like the fashion people is where the real money happens. So yes, I do believe that this is all one big somehow ritual for the fashion people. And I told y'all a long time ago, I thought that the fashion people are the ones behind the cloning. I've been saying that. I think they are the ones helping to clone these people. Like I told you, Gucci Mane was not acknowledged by the fashion house Gucci until he got out of jail. And then he had what? A new body. Yes, Balenciaga and African Northwest is being affected by her mom who works for Balenciaga. Her father works for Balenciaga and every other fashion brand. I mean, it's obvious, you guys. I've been talking about this for so long. I have so many videos about this, so many live streams where I've talked about it. So I just want to say that I think that the fashion people had a hand in maybe cloning Gunna, and that Young Thug is going through a ritual right now. He's helping to initiate Mariah the Scientist in my opinion, which is why now she's got a project out, a full project out with a budget. He's helping to initiate her. But Young Thug is turning the public off. Like, people don't really like what he's doing. He's pushing, like, oh, snitching, snitching. Nobody gives a fuck about you snitching, nigga. Like, worrying about snitching is some bullshit. And people just don't care. Notice how many, right, clips, Pharrell, yes, Blicky, absolutely. Virgil dying. Pharrell getting that job at Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean? Like, it's just obvious. Let's see. So with Young Thug, he's turning the public off. I have no interest in his new music neither. I just have no interest. And if he drops music today or tomorrow, I don't know how it would do. I think he's doing a lot of brand suicide, or excuse me, you know, I know YouTube hates that word. I think that somebody get this nigga out of here right now. I don't think his music would do that great right now because he has turned people off so bad with his tweets. You know what I'm saying? He's doing a lot of self-sabotage. Okay. No, y'all, it's fine. You got to get out my motherfucking chat. So I just feel like, again, I don't think his image is going to recover from this. That would be interesting, Blicky. I don't know if Young Thug will ever turn it around. I mean, he's been doing so much childish shit. He's like somebody compared him to Meek Mill with the way that he tweets. Because he's online talking about snitching and this person did. It's like, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares, nigga. Drop some music. Like, shut up. So, I just feel like Young Thug is, the ritual seems like Gunna was brought up and then Young Thug is brought down. That's just, it's giving ritual. Okay, lastly, 21 Savage and Latto. You know, I posted about it. Latto is another one. All the rituals in the world, and she has, through symbolism, been showing that she's down with the rituals. It's not helping her though. She should have stayed independent. This is what I'd be talking about. People, again, they sign these deals, they make these agreements, and it still doesn't work. Notice how she signs this new deal and then all of a sudden her and her father are having beef. We've talked about this a million times. When people want to move up levels, somebody has to go. And it's always a person that was down with them since day one. Whether it was a spouse, a parent, a sibling, somebody else, grandma, cousin, whatever, their day one manager, day one bestie, somebody has got to stop being around them. So that's ritual. But with her being with 21 Savage, it's not helping her career. It never has. You know, people know that he's still married with kids. So her being a female rapper, again, rapping about being a boss bitch and all these things, but then in the same breath, fucking a married man, that doesn't help her image. And I know that the people are telling her, oh, it's a PR relationship. You know, no, it's not good for you. It's not helping you. It's not serving you. It's damaging your image. You're being manipulated and lied to. So I wish Latto could see that. And I wish she didn't sign up to be a part of this fucking PR relationship. That's true, Blicky. You have a point. So Latto and 21 Savage, it's not helping her. He's not the one receiving backlash because women are persecuted more for messing with married men than married men are for cheating. We bear the brunt of the judgment in that kind of dynamic. So it's not helping her image, especially as a female rapper. I think Latto is also, again, I think she's mildly talented. I just think she tries too hard. She's too desperate to make it. The black scent is my main issue with her. I hate the way she talks. She goes out of her way to sound hood, sound ghetto, sound black. If I'm Atlanta, I don't like that. And that's one of the main things that's causing her to have trouble connecting with her audience, because people can tell when somebody is pretending. And I've been telling you guys, they're doing the new ritual on her. The girl from ATL, Nunu, Lauren London's character, they're doing that ritual on Latto, where they're making her embody that character, who was what? Pretending to be from the hood, but wasn't. They're doing that to Latto, and Latto is embracing it because she's so thirsty to be successful. Yes, Lola, absolutely. Women, again, Swiss Beats is continuing to do him, but women don't get to have a clean break from infidelity or love triangles. You know what I'm saying? We don't get that privilege. So she doesn't realize that this PR relationship, because I don't believe it's real in the slightest, is not helping her. It's really, really hurting her a lot. And she needs to drop it, because it's not looking good for her, especially when she keeps playing the role of, oh, my man, I'm keeping it private, when we know who it is. It's just very tacky, and it's dry, and it's no need, and it's childish, and it's not helping her sell records. That's why it needs to stop, because you know what? If it doesn't help you sell records, it's a waste of time and money. So she's being very foolish. The music isn't hitting neither. A lot of her latest music, it hasn't been good. Her going up against Nicki, horrible decision, foolish. And she allowed herself to be used. This is what I'm saying. Like, Latto is not having the success that she wants to have because she's allowing people in the industry to manipulate her into making bad choices. Again, a dry ass PR relationship, allowing her or manipulating her into beefing with Nicki, manipulating her into thinking that having a black scent is a good idea. None of this is working for her. None of it's working for her. It's just not, it's not good. Even the album cover to her last project didn't connect. That was stupid too. So she's making a lot of bad moves, and that's why it's not, connecting with the audience, and she's still bubbling under. People keep saying Rennie Rucci. What's up with Rennie Rucci? I know of her a little bit. I only like one song by her, Elevators. I don't think that she should have been on Love and Hip Hop. I saw her on Love and Hip Hop. That wasn't smart. These girls are just not focusing. They're not focused on the music. They want fame too fast. And it's causing them to make bad decisions. So, it's not connecting. It's not connecting. So yeah, Latto's got to get her shit together because it's not looking good. Otherwise, I am done for the night. I appreciate you all for being here. You know where you can find me online. Links are always in the description. Let's go all. I'm gonna put this on my post to Let's Report Premium Celeb. Yes. Her name is gimmicky. Everything about Latto was a mess. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here tonight and giving me your time and your energy. You've been with me for over 2 hours. Please enjoy the replay. That'll be up the moment I'm done. Catch me on Instagram where I post all day. And catch me on TikTok. You know what I mean? I'm out here. Donate if you want to. You don't have to. I appreciate donations. And other than that, be safe out there. Have a great weekend. I will be back on Tuesday. Bye, y'all.